A very good evening, and you're most welcome, viewers, to the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Nebi Police registers massive turn-up for probationer police constable interview. Launch and commissioning of the Regional ICT Innovation Hub at Muni University in Arua City. And Paida Black Angels Soccer Club engages Nyahama FC in an intensive Nyagak Zone showdown. This and more in the NILE Cast News Bulletin. It's the 6th of May 2024, and you're most welcome, viewers, to the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Nebi Central Police Station has registered a massive turn-up of interviews for the probationer police constable recruitment, which commenced on the 6th of May today for the West Nile region. Alfred Jawok reports.
Nebi Central Police Station this morning has registered a massive turn-up for the interview of probationer police constable recruitment, which commenced today for West Nile region. Some applicants were dropped due to lack of qualifications. 37 applicants have their health status checked before allowing them into an interview room. According to the head of recruitment for West Nile region, Assistant Commissioner of Police Francis Manana has ensured the public that police will observe the professionalism during the recruitment exercises, adding that they have warned public against landing in the hands of wrong people disguising as police to solicit money from the applicants so that they can be recruited.
And for this recruitment exercise, I am the team leader for West Nile region, and I'm glad today we are starting with the Nebi, and so far so good. We have registered 100% turnout of all candidates who are shortlisted.
Meanwhile, West Nile Police spokesperson, Senior Superintendent of Police, Josephine Angushia, has assured the parents that this exercise is free of charge. Angushia commended Nebi Police for mobilizing the public about police recruitment exercises, which has kicked off today in Nebi district.
All of them have turned up for the interviews for 12 ladies and 25 men. They started with the physical fitness, they went for a road run, and then right now they are for medical examinations.
Out of 134 applicants who submitted applications, only 37 applicants, 12 girls and 25 boys were successfully interviewed today. The interview program for West Nile region commenced today in Nebi on 7th May 2024. The team will be in Zombo, and on Wednesday 8th May 2024, Madokolo district, Arua City, Maracha, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast. In Arua City, Muni University, together with the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology and National Guidance under the National Initiative for ICT Support Program, launched and commissioned the Regional ICT Innovation Hub at Muni University in Arua City with the chief guest, the State Minister for Information and Communication Technology and National Guidance, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Zawede Amina. Take a look. Muni University, together with the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology and National Guidance under the National Initiative for ICT Support Program, launched and commissioned the Regional ICT Innovation Hub at Muni University with the chief guest, Honorable Joyce Semugwagu, the State Minister for Information and Communication Technology and National Guidance, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Zawede Amina. The launch and commissioning included activities like ribbon cutting, touring of the Regional ICT Innovation Hub, speeches from the Members of Parliament, and the chief guest, the State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Zawede Amina. Professor Dr. Robert Kajobe, the Director of Graduate Training, Research and Innovation, in his address stated that the Regional Innovation Hub will address challenges faced by the entrepreneurs in accessing resources, getting guidance and internship required as they embark on expanding their businesses within the region.
The need for a regional hub stems from the challenges faced by the entrepreneurs in accessing critical resources, also getting guidance and internship required for these people as they expand their businesses. Business people even do not have places where they can hold meetings and trainings, workspaces, fast internet connectivity, cloud storage system. So this hub will really be very important in addressing these problems that the entrepreneurs face in the region.
Associate Professor Anguma Simon Katrini, the Vice Chancellor of Muni University, expressed thanks to the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance for their support towards the matters of ICT development in the country, stating that a total of 250 million was released to Muni University for the establishment of the Regional ICT Innovation Hub.
In January 2020, a total of 250 million Ugandan cedis was released to Muni University by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. These funds have been appropriately utilized and the hub is indeed set. We shall continue to thank the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance for always being supportive in matters of ICT development in the country, and more especially in the higher educational institutions. The importance of ICT in national development cannot be overemphasized. The global involvement of higher education institutions in online activities has grown phenomenal since the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, the global shift towards artificial intelligence-driven processes, say in agriculture, in health, in industry, in research, and even in defense, cannot leave us as mere onlookers and bystanders. We therefore would like to appreciate the huge support from the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance in furtherance of ICT development in the country. Dear Chief Guest, you have the assurance of our commitment as an institution in cooperating with your ministry on matters of ICT infrastructure development, ICT utilization, and harnessing the benefits for growth towards the aspiration of Vision 2040.
Honorable Feta Geoffrey, the Member of Parliament for Ivory East Division, in his address urged the West Nile students to take advantage of the services provided by Muni University. He further stated that by the end of May 2024, West Nile will have stable and reliable electricity.
We only need students to take advantage of this university. We need the West Nile students to take advantage of this university, because what the university now is teaching, many of the universities are not teaching. I want to thank the community that is here. Let us go and change the mindset of our people. The right university is here. It is here. The issue of stable and a national reliable electricity. All these members of Parliament of West Nile have been walking that journey because we understood where we're coming from and we needed a solution. With the able leadership we have, by the end of May, we'll be able to have stable and a national reliable electricity. And the regional substation is just 1 kilometer from here in Muni. It is technically commissioned. What is left is a political commissioning. Along the line from here up to Karuma, we only have about 2 towers to be erected. By grace of God, the challenge of electricity is going to be resolved. We will now be left with rural electrification to take it to the last mile.
Zawede Amina, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, encouraged the innovators to keep up the good work and mentor others to embrace innovation of ideas that can in turn solve challenges faced in the community.
For the innovators that we have, whose works we have seen today, please keep up the hard work. And please do mentor others to also be as innovative and interested in coming up with solutions that are able to support our challenges in the communities as possible. Along the way, you're also going to create employment opportunities. I saw the president is very passionate about what we call business process outsourcing. And that is the initiative that as government we are doing. We are trying to ensure that we do what we call business matching, identify companies in the different parts of this world that are interested in employing people leveraging on ICT. I have been impressed by the Vice Chancellor when he said, we have students who are ready for employment and have been employed by, was it WFP? Yeah, the World Food Program. They don't need to, when the World Food Program takes them on, they don't have to be trained on the job to learn. They are already ready to learn, meaning that the cost of taking them on by the organization or by the entity that is taking them on is very low. So if we have our students that are ready to that level, or our innovators that have been prepared to be ready for our market, then we are going to have, opportunities for employment anytime we need them. And as a Minister of ICT, we are going to be able to come here and strengthen the business process outsourcing initiative with Muni University. It will be one of those that we shall cover in our MOU that we are renewing, so that we measure ourselves in terms of performance on how many people have we created employment for.
This regional ICT innovation hub hosted at Muni University is meant to help students, individuals, companies, and the government to track bottlenecks by promoting the development and deployment of applications in order to promote innovation and reach new markets. Okumuringa Christine for West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
And moving on with our stories in Arua City, during a farewell party organized by the police officers to a colleague, retired Senior Superintendent of Police Obingu Onguzi Gaspar, on the 3rd of May 2024, police officers have been urged to prepare before retirement from active service. Farish Majid reports.
Actively serving police officers from West Nile Sub-Region have been tipped on preparations before retirement from active service. This call was made during the farewell party organized by police officers to colleague retired Senior Superintendent of Police Obingu Onguzi Gaspar on the 3rd of May 2024, who retired from active service on the 9th of January this year. Obingu joined the police force on the 1st of July 1987 at the rank of police constable, where he rose through several ranks and officially retired from police force at the rank of Senior Superintendent of Police, and also as the regional staff officer for West Nile Sub-Region recently. As part of his success story, Obingu asked the junior officers to respect their superiors so as to progress through the ranks of the force.
The only tip I can give you, if you are serving other DPCs, respect your DPCs and take. You may be having godfathers in headquarters, please. That's why I heard that I'm speaking as a retired SSP. One, and take orders from your immediate supervisor, including the DPCs, respect therapists. Take orders from therapists all the time. And that's when you will succeed. Officers who are working under the head of the departments of the region here, do the same. Respect your supervisors, and the sky is the limit for you.
During the function which took place at the police workshop in Arua City, Assistant Commissioner of Police Eddie Sorunjoji, the Regional Police Commander for West Nile Sub-Region, implored the officers still in active service to prioritize planning before retirement.
Ensure that you have a house, and for the benefit as big as the
this table here, and you can squeeze yourself inside. But you must have a house at home. So let us work hard towards that. Even if it's as big as this, even if it's a tree, but if it's your house, let it be your house. Because it's dangerous when you retire and then you start renting. So as we are serving, kindly do something, make sure you have a shelter at home. Retire. Sometimes you don't rent as you are retiring. Secondly, before you retire, ensure that you have a garden. Sometimes you don't go out there and begin buying food. However small that garden is, let us have a garden at home. It keeps you busy, but at the same time, you will not be buying food. Garden. It is important that before you retire, you have something that earns money.
Senior Superintendent of Police, Josephine Anguchia, the West Nile Regional Police Public Relations Officer, who also doubled as the chairperson organizing committee of the party, explains why they had to organize the party for Bingu.
And everybody really had this feeling that he cannot just go quietly and rest at home. People started sharing their experiences they had with the former regional staff officer, West Nile region, the mentorship, the guidance, the advice, and so on. He really mentored many.
However, Mbigiti Jonah, the Deputy Resident City Commissioner in charge of Ivo Division, warned the retired officer against unscrupulous persons within the society.
But out there are schemers who are targeting. They know that in your pockets, they cannot fail to find like 20 million. And they are targeting. They will come with many stories. You can go for this, you can go for this. Me, I know where that is. Don't rush. Try to be careful. They are appointment.
The event to bid farewell to retired Senior Superintendent of Police Obingu Nji Gaspar attracted attendance from police officers of different ranks, Obeta Moses, chairperson of the business community, and Lieutenant Colonel Nathan Baino Mugisha, the 409 Brigade Commander, plus other members of the community. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories. During a Thanksgiving ceremony for Dr. Benson Oloya, a lecturer for Muni University, students in various institutions of learning have been urged to be focused on education as they are for first-term holidays. Alfred Jawok reports.
Students from various institutions of learning have been urged to focus on education as they are for first-term holiday. This appeal was made on Saturday, 4th May 2024 by Dr. Benson Oloya, lecturer at Muni University, during his Thanksgiving ceremony for attaining PhD in chemistry. Dr. Oloya said students should focus as nothing can be achieved in education without being focused.
You know, in the schools there are many things that come. There are many winds that can come. If you are not focused, you can be blown off. So make sure when you are in your schools, you are focused. And then also, you have to persevere. Many things will come, problems will come. If you don't persevere, you will give up.
Oloya further encouraged parents to be selective in choosing higher institutions for their children, as many fake universities are on the increase in Uganda. He appealed to students and parents to inquire more knowledge from senior educationists on which university to go to for learning.
You inquire, make sure you consult about which ones to go to, because there are many, some of them may not even be registered. So make sure you send your child to a registered university, a chartered university, so that the programs they study will be valid.
However, Betty Akungu, a PhD student, emphasizes the need for girl child education as many parents take interest to educate only boy child. She urged girls to embrace education to help them in future.
So the girls, let's embrace education. This one standing before me here, they are going to be the ambassadors of tomorrow. All of them must put on this red cape, okay? This is the blessings I'm giving them and the rest of the girls seated before us here. We must attain PhDs. If the men can, why not as the women?
Dr. Benson Oloya becomes the third PhD holders in Zombo District, as this signifies the need for higher education in Zombo District. The ceremony was graced by His Grace Dr. Hendeluk Orombi, Chancellor Muni University, politicians and civil servants, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television and it's NILE CAST News. The segment right now is the segment of sports. We are all aware that so many stories happens over the weekend in the world of sports. 4th Division League for West City Final, West Nile Regional League, Nyagak Zone coming to an end. Also in Europe, still things continue as far as top European leagues are concerned. But before we take a look at what happened in West Nile Regional League and also in Europe, let's first take a look at what transpired in the city of Arua. There was the final of 4th Division League between Mvara Boys and a team called Airfield, whereby Airfield emerged as the champions after beating Mvara Boys in the penalty shootout, which ended by 4-2. The normal time of that particular encounter ended 1-1, as I had said earlier on. Airfield then beating Mvara Boys by 4-2 in the penalty shootout. Let's first take a look at the reported story.
Arua Field Football Club were crowned as the champions of Arua City 4th Division League over the weekend after beating Mvara Boys in the playoff final at Kopitisi Playground. In the final, both teams showed kind of resilience in the normal time, which ended 1-1 till it needed spot kick to decide the champion. And then it ended 4-2 in the penalty shootout. It was a clash between the champions of both Southern Zone and Northern Zone. In the third playoff position, it was Desta that beat Nyaya 2-1 to seal the third slot. And Kudiko, head coach of Airfield Football Club, expresses his happiness for being the overall champion.
As a champion, feels very great. You can see the happiness on my face, and then the players, and then the management team, the technical team, everybody is all happy. And then we are preparing towards the zonal, and then the zonals which are coming, we are going for training. We want to qualify for the regional. That's our priority. That's the thing we planned first, and then we want to take that trophy of zonal, and then overall zonal, overall trophy, we want to take it. We are hopeful, God willingly, we shall do it.
Kato Godfrey, assistant coach in Mvara Boys, similarly says he's happy, though his team lost, but it was a brilliant play from the both teams.
It was a good play. The game went without any kind of disorganization. But all in all, the best that we have got is these are all two big gongs from this region. What actually made me today very happy is my team has qualified. They have finished the first in our area. They are going for the zonals at Madi. Right now we are going for zonals. Our main target from Mvara Boys, and I myself as a main target of Mvara Boys, where is I want to see them to go to where they belong today, to revive the lost glories. That is to go and play in what? Regional League, and which I believe they will be there in the regional leagues. With the grace of God, with the type of the players they have, they will go, because I have the most experienced and the communicated fans, and this is a community that also supports us most.
Opia Michael, the team captain of Airfield, says it has not been an easy journey up to this level, and they expect the team to go very far.
Though it's not our own making, it's let me say God's way, God's plan. Because if you can see, we have gone through. We start our level of organization. We started it. Our training we started since way back. Let me say around October, like that, when the leagues, but the leagues resumes at it was in November, like that. So we did enough. Our technical team, they gave us enough knowledge of which we adapt to in it. In fact, I'm just happy because of the win.
Mike Lett, FUFA delegate for West Nile region, wishes the best for the teams that are going to represent Arua City in the zonal playoffs and promised to be with them at Mariokolo.
Technically, I've seen that the two teams are good. I can assure you, I will not be surprised if these two teams are able to go forward. We have few teams in the regional league. We need to add more. The coaches and the technical team, Anini, Kato, Charles, my friend Jojo, thank you so much for preparing these teams very well. God willing, if my schedules allow, the work schedules I have, if it allows, I'll make sure that I'm personally with you to encourage you. Because now as a delegate to Arua, I have got to be with my teams. I'll suffer with you, eat portion with you until we qualify. From what I've seen, we are good to go. Congratulations to Airfield for winning the championship for Arua. It was a fair game. Let us maintain the discipline. Let us be eliminated due to the mistakes we make, but not obvious mistakes.
This year's zonal championship for Nile Zone will be hosted by Mariokolo, and the date is yet to be communicated. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE CAST Sports News.
Away from that story of Arua City 4th Division League coming to an end, this time let's turn our angle and we talk about Western Region League, more special about Nyagak Zone. I can confirm to you at this particular moment, the team called Alpha Rising Stars, rebranded as NILE City, over the weekend survived relegation after beating Arua City by 4-1. They were actually a team that had been deep in the relegation zone, and it needed the Olema Hamza's brainwork to see that the team avoids relegation. Let's first take a look at the story.
Alpha Rising Stars Football Club, rebranded as NILE City Football Club, thrust Arua City 4-1 in the final game of West Nile Regional League Nyagak Zone, played at Kopitisi Playground to survive relegation. Alpha Rising Stars just needed a draw to survive relegation, but they did it beyond by grabbing the brilliant win. It was a derby day between these two teams because they all shared the city status. They finished the first phase of the season deep in the relegation zone and needed Olema Hamza's brainwork to lift the team out of the red carpet after the departure of Adiga Morris. Alpha Rising Stars was promoted to West Nile Regional League this season after emerging as the overall champions of the zonal championship, beating Total FC, a team from Nile Zone and from Yumbe, which was played on home and away basis. Now in the general highlights of how it climaxed, Paida Black Angels finished on top, securing the zonal playoffs position. Meanwhile, teams like Pajob United, Nyahama Football Club, Zeus Central Football Club and Pakwa Super Eagles have been shown the exit door. That is to say, they were relegated despite Pakwa Super Eagles' abnormal humiliation of Pajob United, which ended by 20-1 in their final game. The opponent for Paida Black Angels in the playoff is yet to be known, as Western Regional League Nile Zone is still continuing, which will climax over the weekend, and the playoff finals shall take place in neutral ground yet to be communicated. The winner between the champions of the both zones will meet champion from Northern Region in the playoff of Big League to send one club from the whole region. All teams that have gone down to their various 4th Division leagues are from Greater Nibi region, and also the champions, Paida Black Angels, is coming from the region, as Nyagak Zone is mostly dominated by the teams coming from Greater Alu region. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE CAST Sports News.
Yes, away from that story of Arua City, not Arua City, rather Alpha Rising Stars skipping relegation or surviving relegation, still in West Nile Regional League, also in Nyagak Zone. The champions Paida Black Angels also concluded the season with a massive win over the team of Nyagak. Now they are waiting for the champions from the other side of Nile Zone to see how they can aspire in playoffs. Let's look at the story.
The Black Angel Sports Club emerged victorious in a dramatic game, defeating Nyahama FC 3-0 in the last fixture of the West Nile Regional League Nyagak Zone. The game, which was played on Sunday 5th May 2024 at Nyahama Stadium, saw the home team battling fiercely for supremacy from the opening whistle. Despite numerous attempts on goal, the first half concluded a deadlock, leaving fans eagerly waiting for the second half. With the tensions mounting, Nyahama FC could not survive relegation, leading to intense reactions as the team displayed nerves of steel, converting their efforts with precision. A valiant effort from Nyahama FC right from the start of the league. They never survived relegation zone. However, after the game, Fred Okech, assistant coach Nyahama FC, disclosed that they have learned a lesson which will strengthen them in the 4th Division League, where they will belong after being relegated. Okech thanked the Black Angel Sports Club for being champion of Nyagak Zone in the Regional League 2023-2024.
They are the champions. Visitors, you know, they made it up to be the champion of this Nyagak Zone, and possibly they will be going for playoff.
In the meantime, Hassan Asur, coached by the Black Angel Sports Club, applauded his players and management for having reached that far to be champion of Nyagak Zone. Nasur believes that his club will join Big League as they will tackle it up with the champion of Nile Zone.
It's been a long way for us, as much as we are the champions of that zone. And even in our games, right from the second of the year, we have been listening to that record of being unbeaten in our games. All we have been listening to from the partners. That has been our preparation all along. The first game in front of that, we always have to be this way in our game. So I believe the playoffs being in our way, we are going to have a good outcome.
With hard-fought victory, the Black Angel Sports Club joins champion of Nile Zone to continue their quest to face champion of Northern Region. The weekend games were the climax of Nyagak Zone 2023-2024 season. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
To summarize with West Nile Regional League Nyagak Zone, as I said earlier on, the champions is PBA the Black Angels, a team that comes from Zombo District, finishing on top. They are waiting for the champions from the other zone called Nile Zone. And the teams that have been relegated are, we have got Pajobi United, we have got Pakwa Super Eagles, not forgetting about Nyahama, and the last year is the Usendule team that also comes from Zombo District. Let's leave everything within the region of West Nile and we get to Europe and talk about the top European leagues. Just the highlights. The battle still continues in English Premier League as far as title race is concerned, and also the race for Champions League slot. Not forgetting about UEFA Europa and Europa League Conference. And yesterday we had games whereby Liverpool, of course, thrusting aside Spurs by 4-2. There was a game between Chelsea and West Ham where we saw Jackson signing as Chelsea humiliated West Ham by 5-0. Earlier on Saturday, Manchester City still keeps on pressurizing the team of Gunners. That one came after total demolition of Wolves, which ended by 5-1, where we saw Erling Braut Haaland, the striker for Manchester City, banging quadratic. And also on the other side, in the early kickoff of the game, we saw the team of Arsenal beating Bournemouth by 3-0. And Liverpool, there seems to be out of the race. The biggest game in Italian Serie A was the clash between AS Roma and Juventus, where we saw them playing a 1-1 tie. In the German Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen still continues with their fine run of the form, also winning their game, and the team of Bayern Munich being beaten by the team of Stuttgart by 3-1. Stuttgart, they are pushing forward to see that the finish in UEFA Champions League slot in the French Ligue 1. The battle also continues, and it has been me, Benson Pastore, doing it for you. Let's link up again tomorrow, as I will still be the one to give you what continues to happen in the world of sports.
Thank you, Rako Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. And that, viewer, marks the end of the NILE Cast on